And officially, the screen is now shown. Okay, yep, game direction. The game being directed. And everyone couldn't help but notice that game direction has a lot of overlap with the game of the year. Like, notice how there are 6 of them.
That's like the only game where I'm like, man, I actually wish I could play that.
Wait till it's on PC. Okay, it probably won't be. If there's any game that won't end up on PC, it's the one that's
No, I
literally
think
the
it's
Sony
I think it's going to
celebration.
be a Sony exclusive because they literally
Mm-hmm.
it like Sony has no exclusives. I don't think that they're going to give up one of their exclusives that performed stupidly well.
Yep. Well, I think it's also the amount of PlayStation in this particular one makes it the most obvious candidate for totally going to stay an exclusive. Alright, I need to go to Northern Mirkwood to go befriend a turtle living in a tree stump. This is definitely way more exciting than whatever the Game Awards is doing, I promise. Me just teleporting around the world and riding a horse a lot to go find stuff. Okay, I need to take a horse down to Lake Town and then ride about 250 feet south from there. Fortunately, I don't need to go after the badger in the middle of the woods because I got that badger earlier. I got another animal as well. I don't remember which one. Oh, that's right. I got the rabbit in Dunland. All of these are words that will definitely make sense if you have spent as many hours as I have playing Lord of the Rings.
I have not. I hate to break it to you.
I'm shocked. Truly, I am. It's almost like almost no one I know has read as much as I have or played. And the only person who has, technically, is Joseph, but we both have very different overlaps. I have a lot more time with the games, whereas he has read specific books I haven't. Like, I believe he actually owns at least one volume of the... Like, there's the Unfinished Tales, so I'm pretty sure he's read those. And I believe he also has one volume of the extra thingy. Okay, befriended a turtle. Where next? Where do I want to go next? Let's go. Do I have a return to Yondershire? For God's sake. Return to Nabottle, I'm pretty sure. Maybe? Yes. Yes, oh right, yes. Unfortunately, my travel skills aren't in order from, like, lower level to high level area. They're in order of when I unlock them. Also, cute Hell Divers, families are being abducted, you could be next. Oh, hey, I didn't know they put a MAGA supporter on stage. It's almost like that's the joke. No, it's not in Yondershire, it's in... that makes sense. Need to go to... Is that closer to Dwayling? Yeah, it's closer to Dwayling.
Hello there.
But yeah, I'm not surprised they're doing more Helldivers content. That game did big enough that I'm sure releasing more content will make people happy. The problem is, although I've watched people play this game, I haven't watched people play this game at high levels, so I don't know if driving in car is new, or if that was already in the game, and they just are doing more with it. Zombie Swords, I'm pretty sure the zombie
The only thing I know
new.
about this game is it's popular. I don't know anything else about it.
How do you do?
Yeah, it exploded in a way that I think caught a lot of people off guard. Including Sony. Especially for how comparatively small the original was. But I'm pretty sure at the very least the Horde survival mode is new, because I've mostly seen it with the bug stuff. I've never seen it with zombie survival, so that I believe is new.
Wait, is this the game that tried to make people who had the game on Steam have a PlayStation account even to play it on different platforms?
And the game that,
Oh.
and very interestingly, the one where the like social media manager outright said blame Sony, not us, and then was sacked a week later for saying that because Sony owns them.
Was he right though?
He was correct, but he wasn't allowed to say it apparently. And so by saying it, he got his butt handed to him by the man.
That sucks.
Uh-huh. Very much. So that's the even dim one. There's a chicken. The chicken is over an overhill. That makes sense. So I gotta go to Broken Borings. Why does it say I have 4 windows open? I only have... Oh, because if I can select them as a group. That's interesting. Never did that before. Huh, that's a different feature.
How do you do?
Those definitely look like something is in yonder shire. Why is that? Oh god, why is it in the middle of there? What's even over there? Nothing at all is near there. I don't approve. The end is just the beginning. I mean, I like the cat. Can I have that cat?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, the cat's cool.
I don't want the game, I just want that cat. Warframe. Oh, interesting. I wonder what... Is this... Okay, there's an expansion. That makes sense. I figured they're not making a sequel. I mostly knew Warframe as the game that a friend of mine played way too much of in college and still plays to this day. And also that it's a game that a lot of people really enjoy. What's this? Another suspicious stump. I wonder if there's an animal in this stump. Hey, look, it's a goat. I got it. I found a goat.
This is really gutsy of them to be doing right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Pal World stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not surprised they're doing it, per se. But yeah, you're right. It is definitely an interesting choice. Oh, we're in Luin. Thressy's Lot. I've never been there in forever. That's interesting. That explains where it is, though. Oops. Because that's Lungobel. not too surprised they're doing it, to be fair. They probably had this plan for quite a while now. And it would probably be worse to drop it off. Palworld was a huge success.
It's one of those games where I'm like, it looks good for somebody else.
Mm-hmm. I just don't enjoy Pokemon-like games, and the whole crafting, building type game of this kind just isn't for me anymore.
Right, it's like they took like Arc and mixed it with Pokemon and called it a game, and I'm like, eh.
Yep. I don't hate that it exists. It's perfectly fine. There's definitely... I am still a little surprised.
It looks like a great game for somebody else.
I know several people who really enjoy it and were like, you should play this too. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. Not for me. An invitation requesting celebration something. This is an Xbox. Wait a minute. Portable? Okay, there we go. Or
no, I think it's Game Pass.
No, yeah. I was really hoping that it was going to be that they're going to have portable Xbox, because that I would like.
I mean, that's what Game Pass is. I don't think Microsoft is going to do too much with the Xbox brand besides Game Pass in the future.
I think it's a consensus.
It's true that they don't care about their hardware right now. And they haven't since, like, 360.
Yeah, to a certain degree, because at this point, the hardware probably is the thing that has the most expense. And so just releasing it on other things is cheaper.
Right, like, I always make fun of, you know, Sony and, you know, the whole PlayStation branding that they have right now. You know, by saying they have no exclusives, but, like, actually having no exclusives, good God, Xbox has nothing.
But also, I think they don't care as long as they get a cut of the profits.
Well, why would they care? It's Microsoft. It doesn't matter to them how good Xbox does. That's like the tiniest fraction of what they do.
Cut it. And right there, I'm in the middle of nowhere, and it's also in the middle of nowhere. It's by Buckland, bastards.
Ooh, for indie game, I'm torn between it being Animal Well or LotRO here. I think is two that I saw that I thought had a good chance.
Yeah. Shovel Knight is old. Yeah, Shovel Knight is an old game. It's over a decade old at this point.
Yeah. I really want to play Animal Well. I should do that. And I want to play LotRO. I should do that.
Oh, Manor Lords, the game that interested me until I discovered that the AI is garbage. I'm sad about that game.
Drive? That seems interesting.
Which game?
Pacific Drive. It looks kind of interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, for that style.
At least art direction.
A lovely day, isn't it? Hello there.
Yeah, best debut. Yeah, not
That's
surprised.
what I thought it would be, yeah. There we go.
Whatever A game is on the Game of the Awards list, it's usually a shoe-in for Best X. Unfortunate, but kind of the way it goes. London or Duwand, which is closer? Probably Duwand. Yeah, definitely Duwand.
Good day.
Oh yeah, I am very much at the point now where I play way more indie games than I do, like, other games. Because...
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I say while currently playing an MMO, which... Technically the game who makes this MMO is a smaller developer, but the license at this point, it belongs to one of the largest names in video gamey things. Fucking Embracer. Who owns the Lord of the Rings license at this point, sadly. Because I closed everything there, so I don't know what's going on. I ain't been here as an area I've been to it forever. Capcom presents something. That was a really long Capcom presents.
Yeah, it was. What's the, There was a samurai game that was popular a couple years ago.
Yeah.
What game was that?
I am,
You know which one I'm talking about, don't you?
The one that was on Sony exclusive and it now has a sequel coming.
Is this the sequel to that?
No, Ghost of Tsushima, the sequel... Yes. That's Ghost of, I forget what it is. Oh yeah, Onimusha, that's what this is. That makes sense, because that is a beloved Capcom thingy. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima has a sequel that was announced a while ago. It's not this. It's a different developer entirely.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't actually know who.
Ghost of whatever the northern island is that I've forgotten the name of. Yotai, something like that. Ghost of something. Where is this damn goat? I found the damn goat. Okay, so far the award for the animal that's the most annoying to find is the goat, which is good to know. Probably won't be redoing this one to complete the deed. Because the goats are all in the middle of the starting areas. Okay, ooh.
My dog wants to go outside, and this is not a trailer I'm interested in.
Yeah, that's fair. Because at this point, I think it's faster to just ride my horse than to use the slow travel. I wonder... There we go. That's a little clearer. Alright, back to... Okay, so there's 2 here. I need to go there to find, I think that's another goat. Now, this is at least closer. This is probably the closest to the goat. There's an argument to be made for if I did the Shire and went from stock. That's probably a little closer still. But I would need to probably go to Michael Delving and then fast travel to stock, which at the end of the day will probably take as much time. It just won't feel like it because I'll spend a lot of time fast traveling. But I get to ride through Bree, and I haven't done that in forever. There aren't enough excuses to visit the old areas. And a lot of them still look pretty. Or visually different. Okay, the broken leg can go away now. Horse is fine now. There we go. A little dwarf of the Iron Hills off on an adventure. Also a champion. The first berserker. I'm a berserker. No, I'm not.
Ooh.
Berserker is solo. I'm the...
Am I back in time just to see a trailer that probably is not
I don't know.
something I'm interested in?
You just missed the last berserker, and now it's something else. Jeff Keighley is doing that thing where he talks. Oh, that's weird.
Is this Genshin Impact? Or Honkai Star Rail, whatever.
One of those, yes. Oh, there's a lot it could be. And I am running into the wall because I was looking at that and not at my game. Because I was like, oh, my horse can ride on its own. I mean, yes, it can until I hit a wall, and then it can't. My horse is not very good at climbing walls, weirdly enough. But I'm watching it on Steam now because the quality is a little better. And I noticed the problem is that Steam does not have closed captions. So I hear nothing. Because unfortunately, due to the fact that OBS doesn't recognize half my games as games and the game watch is broken, I am stuck using desktop audio and desktop video. Which means it picks up everything. What do we have here? It's a goat in a stump. Angie goat. Okay, so yeah, goat is definitely the loser so far. The ones I don't want to do ever again. Okay, and now... Oh, I can go to it. No, I don't want to do that one, because that one doesn't have a fast travel. Okay, what's the next option? Okay, so what fast travels to South Bree? From South... Or to South Bree, I could go to... No, Thorin's not nearly fast enough, and neither is Michael Delving. That's 25 seconds. That's not much. And I can plan my route out in the meantime, because I still need to go to... That's the end of Bree. The next one's at the bottom of the lowlands. Are you kidding? I guess Trollshaws will be the fastest at that point, since Trollshaws actually has fast travel. And there'll be a pair of birds. Oh, wait, no. Before that, the Lonelands. I gotta go to Trestle Bridge. Because up in Trestle Bridge is another badger. No, it's not a badger, it's a chicken. It's a goddamn chicken. Dying Light, the beast.
What do you need?
I forgot about Dying Light.
Yet another game where it's like, cool, that is a game that exists.
Mm-hmm. A lot of games exist. It's kind of impressive, really, how many games there are.
Yeah, there are too many games.
Are there, though? I think, from what I'm told, there might not be enough. Okay, and then...
Greetings.
If there's fast travel to Combe, I'll take it.
What do you need?
No, there's slow travel to come. Not worth it. My war steed is faster than slow travel. Auto travel, technically. Which reminds me, does Chimu actually have the game working at this point? Who knows? I told her to message me when it finishes downloading, but it's been downloading for 3 hours now. Vroom vroom, everything gonna die when I run it over with my car. Remember, American cars aren't for transportation, they're for murder. Which is why other countries outlaw them. Have you heard about the black market smuggling of American pickup trucks into Europe? Because the European Union banned them for being oversized death machines, but apparently people want to buy them, and so they're being smuggled into Europe. Against the will of the EU.
How the hell do you smuggle?
You put them on a big boat and then go into a port that the EU doesn't check as thoroughly.
Good Astrobot.
Yep, fast action. Yeah, it's Astrobot. Guaranteed. The biggest problem. I almost feel like.
Fantasy?
Yeah, because Final Fantasy is going to be on the RPG list against Metaphor. Best RPG, yeah. Oh, you might be a little ahead of me then. Final Fantasy or Metaphor.
Yes, I am.
I personally would prefer it to be Metaphor, but I would not be... Whatever wins this is honestly probably the winner of Game of the Year. Which means it's probably Elden Ring.
That is an interesting take that you have.
Interesting.
Also, just for the record, I did not know any of the content creators of the year.
Yeah, me neither. I knew one of them last year because I knew the VTuber, because they all... It seems like the pattern is you choose 4 normies and 1 VTuber. And, yeah. Oops, I'm running into a tree. That is not helpful. Best sports racing game. None of them. Why is none of them not an option? Best sim strategy is such a stupid category. Unicorn Overlord. Just give it to Unicorn Overlord. Call it a day. That's a good game. I have, for all the 1 hour I've played of it. Age of Mythology would also be fine, though. I'd be okay. Frostpunk? I guess. For someone who doesn't care, I sure have a lot of opinions. Oh, I gotta hear these too.
Game commercials with award interruptions.
Oh!
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, hey, someone watching online saw us on the show.
Oh yeah, what did they say?
Let's see. River
Wait,
Runner
that was,
445 said, "Have you two ever considered becoming
That's a take that you
developers?"
could have.
We're already developers.
We are.
Yeah. By watching this show, we're developing an immunity to bad entertainment. Wait. There's Kojima, look. Did you know that Jeff Keighley's friends with him?
Yeah, but does Kojima know that? Oh boy.
You're gonna like that joke.
Wow, looky there. Apparently right now, 100 million people around the world are watching this show.
Yeah, and the other 8 billion people have better sense.
Yeah.
Jadebot 6 is asking, why are Statler and Waldorf at the Game Awards?
It's a great question. I've been asking myself the same thing. Help!
Help us, Jadebot 6! You're our only hope!
Yeah, make the commercials stop! Please! Please stop!
Make it stop!
Whoever they allowed to write them, they did great. Whoever they let do this deserves... Like, I think what I'm going to need to do is when this is over, just look for a supercut of all the Statler and Waldorf skits. I think that is the correct thing to do next. Turn the trestle bridge and suffer. Like I do anytime I go to the North Downs. Suffer. Oh god, why would you put it there? Okay, note to self, never do chickens either. You. Because... God, that's gonna take forever to get to. Oh, that's where I am. Okay, I haven't been to Trestle Bridge in so long. Stable recruiter, you're not a real stable recruiter.
What can I do for you?
Okay, is this just a general Sony promo or something promo like that? Yeah.
They just have a bunch of promos in a row here.
Oh dear, did you need something?
Lenovo Legion, yeah. That's a thing that exists.
Greetings.
Good God, you have nothing good. Yeah, let's take the scenic route for once. And I can use the downtime riding my horse to plan out my next plan of attack. I have determined that I am never doing badger or goat again because these take forever. The rest should be fine.
Wait, Squid Game?
Yeah. Squid Game as a game. Or is this real Squid
Wait,
Game?
really?
Mm-hmm. People don't have any common
Because I
sense,
just
yeah.
oh, season 2 got announced
Yep. And
recently.
the Steam version froze. The Steam live broadcast no longer wants to broadcast. That's annoying. Yeah, it's completely frozen. Damn. Unless whoever's broadcasting on Steam's behalf is not happy. I mean, I'll give the game this. At least it can't be as bad of an idea as the Mr. Beast games.
Right. So this is interesting because there was not long after like Squid Game got popular, there was a battle royale-esque game called Crab Game that was basically Squid Game. I'm genuinely surprised that this is an actual game, though.
I'm not,
I
unfortunately.
mean, in fairness, the first season of Squid Game was actually pretty good, but I thought at the end of it, I'm like, they really needed to not set that up for a second season because it was a great story that told itself all at once.
But they had to keep people alive for a second season. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, and now there's a second season that's gonna happen, and I'm just not... I'll probably watch it just because I have to know.
Mm-hmm.
But I was really hoping, as I was watching the show, that I was like, I really hope they don't
Hi,
milk
Aiko.
this too much.
Hi, Squeaker.
Oh, yeah, she's gonna find all of her squeakiest toys right now.
Oh, yeah, clearly. What else would you do? Alright. Oh, that's Snoop Dogg, isn't it?
That is indeed Snoop Dogg.
And I don't know who the other guy is.
I also don't know who the other guy is. And I didn't listen and pay attention.
Yep, that's fair.
For these nominees tonight.
It looks like they're nominating something, or doing something. I don't know. All I know about Snoop Dogg was when I was growing up, I was told he was a very, very bad person who talked all about drugs and sex all the time. And now all I hear about him is he's a really cool dude who talks about drugs and sex all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, they aren't wrong about what he talks about.
Nope. It just depends who the audience is. Which is ironically the opposite of the one I bring up all the time, J.K. Rowling. It's genuinely funny how growing up I was told we need to hate her because of the magic, and now I'm told, actually, that's the least problematic thing in her work. And to be fair, the latter crowd's not wrong. It's just genuinely funny that even though I change sides in the culture war, I still don't like J.K. Rowling. I'm looking for a chicken. Oh god, oh there it is. Kingsfell hen. There you go, chicken. Enjoy your food. Next nearest one is, good god, Trollshaws, right? Well, technically low.
Oh my gosh, the Fortnite category has been lost to other games multiple years in a row.
Yep, because Fortnite...
I love how, like, best ongoing is literally, it's like, this is the category that Fortnite will win, and every year they lose it.
Mm-hmm.
I just find that absolutely hilarious.
Yep. That it do be. Torn hod. That's fair. Whereas I'm not too surprised at the end of the day. And that also does make sense why Snoop Dogg was brought out of this category, because I believe he at least once played Fortnite. Like, in general, Snoop Dogg apparently does play games, you know.
Oh yeah, totally. He seems like a gamer.
Mm-hmm. And apparently just one of the comparatively less controversial music artists, which is like, okay, that's good. He's no P. Diddy. P. Diddy's a music artist, right?
Everything that, like, everyone that talks about working with Snoop Dogg, it's like, he's just a genuinely chill dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
who just happens to also be high half the time, at least.
he actually gave up smoking weed a couple years ago.
That's fair.
Like, altogether. Which is wild.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's, like, part of his brand. I feel kind of bad, because he actually, that does mean someone definitely lost their job, because he used to have someone that literally their whole job was rolling joints for him. He had a personal joint roller.
I could absolutely believe if he still pays them anyway, though, to be fair. He seems like the kind of person who'd do that. He's just like, I'm sorry you lost your job here, just have all the money I would have paid you. That seems kind of in character.
Self-aware trailer here.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what the trailer's for. Yeah, I kind of find that I don't miss hearing the audio for the most part, because it doesn't really add much in most of the games. But in a game like this, I can see why it's like, little.
No, they just had like a little beginning quip about like, oh, who are these developers? And then it's like from the people who brought you Overcooked, and they go, oh. I'm like, yeah, that's how it feels every single trailer.
All new co-op adventure? Okay. I'm listening.
Right, yes.
Mm-hmm. It's no coincidence that we're the ones watching this together, since all the games that we play.
I know.
Mm-hmm. It would be with Nikki. The problem Nikki and I are running into is our gaming taste is so different from each other. And we have especially found that apparently even the games we do like, we both like in very different ways. Specifically, apparently my gaming style frustrates her. Because when I play Raft, I optimize too much. And she's like, this game is supposed to be not stressful. And I'm like, sorry. I'm not good at that. I like the chests. Okay, I guess that qualifies as
Wait, is this gonna be like a better version of that one like hot cold game we played?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't even remember what it was at this point, but yeah, this looks like the colorization is absolutely there, so absolutely could be.
Seems interesting though, still.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Stage O Fright. Okay, I'll add that to the list. Oh wait, I'm on Steam. I can't do that right now, because then I would lose the Game Awards. Alright, I need to go to... Done.
Yeah, I have for years thought, why has Steam not added tabs to Steam?
My
Please?
guess... Oh, I'm sure I know why. It's probably because that thing is probably hell and a half to program at this point, and no one wants to fund that project. Although I guess the question is... Oh, interesting. If I scroll down on this page, then now broadcasting moves into a mini window. That's cute, at least. Too bad Now Announced still doesn't have what I'm looking for. But you can add to wish list directly from here, so that's good. Nominated titles, I don't care. Okay. Oh, whoops, I went to gold. No, this is right, Galtrad. I need to go down to the Dunbog, and then I need to go into the Gap of Rohan by 4th Bronze. So I'll do 4th Bronze first. That's closer. Is this finally Elder Scrolls 6?
Modern King's Landing.
Are they finally doing Elder Scrolls 6?
Greetings. Will you remain here long?
Or is this a game? No, this
So
is King's
soon
Landing.
after Starfield?
This is Games of Thrones. They said
I
King's
was gonna
Landing.
say, I'm like, no, this does not look like.
I don't know how... You seem definitely pretty far ahead of me at this point, unfortunately. Because I'm still on the Game of Thrones trailer.
No, I'm on the Game of Thrones trailer.
Never mind.
Yeah, it just actually said Game of Thrones on screen.
Yeah, I heard the words King Landing. I'm like, wait a second, that's that thing. Game of Thrones, King's Road. Oh goody, another thing to make up for the fact that Jar Jar Martin is never finishing the book series. Get over it already. Like, at this point, there's no way the dude could make anything that would please people. I mean, sure, he could probably be more popular than the actual show was, but, that's still a low bar, to be honest. There's another path out of here. Whoopsies.
Oh, they're trying to show off something that looks fun, and all they showed was 4 screens side by side of very laggy, boring gameplay.
Yeah, that sounds right,
Like-
unfortunately.
Like, at least put some effort into this, jeez. Like, if you're gonna advertise your shitty mobile game, at least do a little better.
And maybe don't use an AI-generated corporate executive, because, oh boy, that corporate executive is, AI as fuck. Monster Hunter now. What the fuck? Don't get me wrong, I have nothing to say bad about the Monster Hunter series itself. If it exists, it's fine, it's whatever. But somehow I don't think most Monster Hunter fans want Monster Hunter mobile game. Given how much they complain when the game's even on the Switch. Because the Monster Hunter Reddit is nothing but people being like, man, the Switchboard of games just wasn't as good and we want to play the other ones. Which means they're not the audience who's going to want to play a mobile port. Just not
Correct.
the case. Okay, how the hell do I get into Dolberon? Please tell me this is a goat or a chicken. Or sorry, goat or a badger. No, it's a bunny, damn it. It's already too late. The Angie dude is Angie. And we'll stop at nothing to make you Angie too. Okay, this literally just reminds me of, like, Gamergate speak. You are all weak. And yet they'll still think he's the hero and not get it. Polygon Pictures presents some games. Okay, that wasn't the worst. But Turtle still is definitely the easiest. And Bird. Turtle and Bird are the best ones. Whoops.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Really?
Is this Last of Us?
Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim.
Unfortunately. It's Naughty Dog. Yeah, that's Last of Us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like,
I know those characters. They will never leave my memory. And I've never played the game once.
I don't think this is a new game. Wait, is it? How many Last of Us games are there?
2. Coming to PC, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think this is a new trailer. I think this is just a coming to PC trailer.
Yeah.
You are welcome here, as long as you do not trouble us.
On April 3rd, yeah, you can play the same game you've played on every single console since the previous one, with better graphics than last time again. Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, whoop-de-doo. Even Last of Us fans are getting tired of this shit at this point. They're like, just give us another game already that's not the same game we've played so many times.
Right. There's definitely a trend lately that is just remastering games that are, like, not even a decade old, and no one wants that.
And no one is more guilty of it than Sony is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're the epitome of, like, dude, too soon. If you're gonna remaster a game, that was, I've heard, one of the big complaints with Astrobot is even though it's great and they love all the references, they're like, okay, here's this franchise that Sony shut down, and here's a franchise that Sony shut down, and here's a franchise whose company Sony shut down. We haven't seen this one since the PlayStation 1. It's been 20 years. And, yeah, all valid, all fair points. Dunbog Cooter. And now I head north. I'm gonna do the return to Tarhad again. Tornhad, whatever.
Could not be worse.
Ooh, Knuckles, just because it would be funny because it's cringe.
The show? Oh, is this the best spin-off one?
Best, adaptation.
Yeah.
maid of honor.
That'll probably be Fallout.
Yeah. I mean, Arcane maybe is also really popular in there, but it's also technically, I mean, they basically at this point shown that they don't really care time-wise. They'll gladly do last year's stuff this year if it's still popular. I didn't realize Like a Dragon Yakuza had anything. And yeah, it's not going to be Lara Croft. I've heard good things about it, but not Arcane or Fallout level of good things. Really wish they put...
Yeah, a lot of people have enjoyed Fallout, so...
It's not surprising. Oh. Whoops. That might actually be beneficial. That might work me closer, maybe, hopefully. Did it? No, not even. When you fall off a cliff and it just teleports you around randomly. Hi, Todd Howard. Everyone hates you except they don't. It's confusing. Oh, that's weird. Because to some people, Todd Howard is the death of the Fallout franchise, and to some people, he's the creator of their favorite game series ever, and there's not really an in-between.
Would you do something for me?
Will you help me, kind stranger? Welcome. Stay a moment and speak with me.
Man, there are a lot of FPS games.
That's been the
nowadays.
case every year, I'm pretty sure, though. That really hasn't changed.
Yeah. And, like, there's nothing wrong with a good FPS game. It's just when there's so many of them, I have to start questioning the quality, you know what I mean?
You know, it's also just at a certain point, it's like, there's only so much you can do with FPSs.
Right,
There's only
like...
so many you can make.
Unless they see some legit innovation, it's kind of just gonna be... Feels very samey to me.
Yeah. Early access 2002 playing. Wow. That's
I know,
so
I'm like,
edgy.
hey, if you're gonna at least have a trailer, at least give something, God.
Toyoverse, this is not surprising in the slightest. Toyoverse
Okay,
is really
I know I complain about a specific art style with, like, the AAA games. But why are there a bunch of these, like, 3D anime cel-shaded art styles, too?
because they're really big
Like, it's
in
almost
Asia.
like... Right, but there's also so many of them that it's also starting to get tiring to me.
Yep, but it's not tiring to the people who spend millions of dollars on them. Like,
I know.
unlike the FPSs, which AAA keeps making, even though most of them don't sell, they're hoping one of them will. These games do actually make a shit ton of money.
Yes, I know.
To be fair, this one specifically may or may not, but my guess is it will because of the Hoyoverse. Personally, I have no
Like, well, I'm
investment.
trying to sew something right now.
Goodness sake. Fine, I will go around the river and not through it. Stupid game. I'm trying to take shortcuts. And the game's like, no shortcuts. If you fall in river, you will die. And I'm like, oh, screw you. I did complete here, right? Fine. Yeah, I did. Apparently, I just missed a few quests.
Did you have to get one of your loudest squeaking toys right now?
Yes. Was that even a question?
Okay, give me the toy. You have to give it if you want me to play.
No, you play it, but she holds on to it. It's tug of war.
Right, yeah, she's like, I want you to throw this, except I'm not going to give it to you to throw.
Mm-hmm. I want to be able to catch it before you throw it. Less work for me. She's smart dog.
She has a very severe case of believing that she is extremely intelligent.
And you disagree?
I'm just saying she believes it with all of her heart.
Whereas my cat harbors no illusions about her own intelligence. She just knows that she likes what she likes, and what she likes is the food she wants on her plate, even though that food no longer exists. I did finally find the previous thing I told you about that I thought she liked. That failed. She stopped eating it entirely. I had to throw away the rest because it just went bad. But now I have found something she really actually likes. Tuna. It's basically tuna for cats. Literally just tuna.
Nice.
The main advantage of it compared to actual tuna is you won't find random bones because they went through it to keep those out. Because that's the biggest problem with cats and fish is they will eat the bones because they're dumb. Especially my cat, who doesn't chew and just swallows. Oh, hey, Snoop Dogg is rapping with a content.
Honestly, this so far has been the best part of the Game Awards.
Is it
I don't even really care for Snoop Dogg that much. No, just Snoop Dogg in general.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't particularly care for him otherwise, but that's cool with him.
Mm-hmm. He's been funny and amusing. And also, this is really great for getting everyone who's streaming the Game Awards on permission to get content ID'd. Which, to be fair, I'm pretty sure is a big part of also why they do concerts like this, is to punish people for co-streaming. They'll never say that, but it absolutely feels like it sometimes. Why not choose a popular video game composer? Because they might actually let people do stuff. Moral of the story is I will be watching this later. Right now I'm riding my horse.
I mean, it's nothing like you need to come back and watch. It's just, I don't know, so far the most entertaining bit.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of sad, because this is supposed to be the Game Awards.
Mm-hmm.
And I have yet to be entertained by games.
I have
Or
2
things about
trailers.
games.
There have been a couple of games I'm interested in that have had trailers that entertained me.
That's fair. I guess Slay the Spire too, but that was in the pre-show.
Yeah. Oh, hey. It's finally done downloading. They can finally jump in, but they're in the middle of finishing up a faster than light run, which I'm guessing is not going to end well because they're at 2 health and they go squish. Poor squish. Anyway, map.
Welcome, my friend.
What do you need? Would you do something for me?
Yeah, this was a terrible place. Okay, time to go beat up some animals. I don't know why it's letting me use mounted combat skills here, and I don't care. I'm going to use them anyway. Damn, he's still singing.
You don't got too much more.
Yeah. That makes sense. It is really amusing how far ahead of me you are at this point.
Oh wait, he's in Fortnite.
Oh yeah, I think I knew that.
I didn't know he was in Fortnite. That's just wild.
Yep, I think I knew that at some point, but then I forgot it. That sounds like something I would know and then forget.
Fair.
Because
if I knew that, I would also forget it.
I think I recall that the joke was something like, someone's like, oh, Snoop Dogg will be at the Game Awards, and they're like, oh, you mean the Fortnite character? And the kid's parent was like, oh, God. When did Snoop Dogg become the person for the old folks?
Also, I'm confused as to what Fortnite is nowadays.
Fortnite is a content...
I thought it was Battle Royale.
It's a lot of things. They've added a lot. It wants to be the only game you ever need to play.
Like, this looks like Lego Roblox. Well, yeah. Roblox looks like Legos. Like, but it's Fortnite, apparently.
It is, yeah. It's been in the game. This is a new expansion to Lego Fortnite, which has been in the game for a while. It's kind of a Minecraft-style survival game. Kind of.
Last year they announced Lego Fortnite, and I was like... The entire trailer, I was like, this looks like exactly what Lego combined with Fortnite would look like. And then at the end of the trailer, it came up Lego Fortnite, and I was very surprised at how on point it was.
They were not subtle.
Please be a DLC announcement. Please be a DLC announcement.
Lego Fortnite Odyssey. Echoes of Wisdom? Okay. The first Nintendo actual content in, like, 3 Game Awards.
Which is funny, because it's not a new game. I've already 100%ed this game.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'll get around to it. I've never really enjoyed the 2D Zelda as much as I have 3D Zeldas. And to be fair,
it was really cute.
Oh, yeah.
It was really cute. So... I think it gives me hope that they have not abandoned 2D Zelda as a whole, because I do enjoy 2D Zelda.
But no DLC, it looks like. Literally just an ad for an existing game.
By the way, we made this game a while ago.
That is
Correct.
weak.
Could I speak with you a moment?
I don't think Nintendo has much to show this year, but I mean that makes sense, and given where Nintendo is projected to be at,
especially because Nintendo isn't going to I don't care what people say. Nintendo's not going to be announcing the next Nintendo Switch at the Game Awards. That's not.
No, 100% no. Anyone who is like, let's see stuff from Nintendo, and I'm like, do you all know which company you're talking about here, or?
Yeah, they do their own thing at this point.
Stay a moment.
%50 off accessories at Amazon.com. I thought that was just called buying stuff off Amazon normally. The joke is that hasn't been stuff on Amazon in forever because boring.
I have a feeling best music's gonna go to Final Fantasy.
I think, yeah. It's every single time Remake is up for doing stuff, it tends to do the winning. Whether you agree or not. And, well, this is audio design, which I'd argue Silent Hill is a decent contender for. Which is also probably why it's the one thing it was nominated for. Stellar Blade, I just don't know enough about. But score and music, it's Final Fantasy. Yeah. Not surprised. Yeah. Not surprised in the slightest. It's fine. It's a thing that exists. Congratulations on winning another award for the same music you already made but with new instruments. Really proud of you. I bet your mom is too.
Right, yeah.
Oh wait, your mom's probably dead because you made this forever ago. And this is why Joseph doesn't join our Game Awards sessions anymore.
What can I do for you?
And also why he keeps telling me I need to go into the other channel. But, you know. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it is fine music. It's not like it's genuinely bad music. It just feels a little disingenuous. But it is like, cool.
Right, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's bad. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
there's a reason I don't usually play rhythm games, but I bought Theater Rhythm. Because I genuinely enjoy the soundtrack of the Final Fantasy series. Way more than the soundtrack of the Dragon Quest series, even though I know people that swear by that one. What are you doing here, dude?
Megovanen. Stay a moment.
How can I be of service? Stay a moment.
can I do for you?
Wait, hold on, no.
What?
No way.
Okay, I don't think you're that far ahead of me, it looks like. Oh, is this the car?
Oh, never mind.
Are you on a car commercial right now?
Never mind. It's not a car commercial, but I recognized before they showed off
Shadow the
any
Hedgehog,
character what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping they were announcing more Shadow the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm. But they were announcing another Sonic racing game.
That was a very
elaborate,
disappointing.
So it's
disappointing
it looks like
end to a very interesting start.
It looks like I may be only a few seconds behind you now, which is good. That's way better than what it used to be, which was like 15 seconds, which was annoying. Another commercial about people doing stuff. This looks like a Sherlock Holmes game almost. Maybe.
That was an alright trailer for something I don't know anything about, but... The LotRO is my guess here.
Would you do something for me?
Is this best indie game?
Yeah.
Yeah. It already got best debut indie game. I think best indie game is a no-brainer.
I would laugh if this is the LotRO again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I was written UFO 50, but that's also the only one I've actually played. Best mobile game. Yeah. Nah, that's, yeah. That's what you meant by again. That makes more sense. Yeah, not surprised it's LotRO. Best audio design. I would argue Silent Hill 2 or Senua are great choices, but I'm guessing Final Fantasy. And it better not be COD again. I am so sick of it. Yeah, oh, good. Senua, thank you. I appreciate that. That game has good audio design. Player's voice, which I believe is the only one that only fans vote on.
I don't even know the game that won that.
Zenless Zone Zero won it? Or Wuthering Waves? Never mind. Oh, Black Myth Wukong. Oh, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense for a player's choice, because it's the most popular game in a country that is bigger than ours is. So I would not be surprised if it won purely based on numbers. Because that was just a really big game, as like the biggest Chinese developed game in a while. And so there was a huge social media campaign regarding promoting it in China specifically. Yeah. Oh, hey, Infinity Nikki. That's a game. The idea is it's the most chill and zen open world game ever. You collect parts for your dresses and take pictures of yourself. And also deal with an evil dark monster plot.
It's an anime cozy game.
Yeah.
I'm really sick of everyone capitalizing on the success of Stardew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, at least this is nothing like Stardew, to be fair.
It has farming!
Everything has farming. But in this case, I think the farming is just a gimmick mechanic. It's not the focus of the game by any means. The focus is collecting dresses and platforming. It is a platformer in a lot of places. And notably, from what I've read, the focus is not the combat. The combat is you have a projectile that homes in on enemies. Which is generally the easiest kind of combat. I have no problem with the game existing. I know people that enjoy it. It also not for me.
Sure.
But I play very few open world games at this point.
Right.
As we said earlier, too many games.
Too many games, and I don't want to keep playing games that feel like a chore.
Mm-hmm. And there are, unfortunately, I have a lot of games. Like, I'm at the point now where I have, what's it called? Multiple games to get to that are going to take forever. Yeah. Well, not just multiple games backlog-wise, but, like, Octopath Traveler 2, Unicorn Overlord, Tactics Ogre, and I don't even remember the last one. Like, 100+ hour RPGs and strategy games.
Mm-hmm.
I am in trouble, basically, is what I'm saying. The only good news is they're all on Switch, so I can play them on Switch. Which means I can play them on the train. So that's a cliff. There we go. That's where I'm supposed to go. Stab. Stab everything. Where's the damn thing? Oh, are they still talking?
Yes.
Damn. Can't help but notice that they are still talking.
Yes, they are.
I mean, I'm sure it's a very exciting conversation. Why was the bird all the way out here? That was unnecessary. And then up by the scouts camp, I got torn out anyway. It's fine.
What can I do for you?
Greetings, friend. How may I be of help?
This actually seems not uninteresting.
From some of the people who brought you the Wolf Among Us. That's fair. Yep, so it's some of the, what's it called? That visual novel game team that I am forgetting the name of right now.
Greetings to you.
I need to go to Scouts Camp High 4.
You may be of service to me.
Interesting visual design here with the black and white. It is definitely a strategy you can use.
It is an interesting bit of production actually happening here.
Indeed.
Like, behind the scenes, this actually does take a little bit of work to do.
Oh, yeah.
So, for that, I give him credit.
Mm-hmm. You know, when the Game Awards doesn't always miss. They do have some interesting performances. I think the problem is they make the entire thing about the performances. And thus it's all that, and it doesn't always work. Best narrative. Rebirth. They really... Like a Dragon...
I feel like Silent Hill 2 should be excluded for the same reason that we are talking about Final Fantasy being double dipping.
Yeah, I'll give it... Silent Hill 2, I think, is fair for sound design, because the audio design was actually redone.
Right, it's completely overhauled.
But, yeah, I agree that it's really weird doing it for narrative. It's like, dude, this came out forever ago. The story is the same freaking story. Are you saying there were no other games with good stories? I feel like that's rude to other games with good stories. Was it Metaphor?
I missed it.
Yeah. And I can't hear. I think that's Metaphor music.
But yeah, Metaphor. It's Metaphor.
Nice. Metaphor doing better than expected. Maybe they'll actually take it. Wouldn't be unprecedented considering that they have also... Metaphor is also a made from a series who's made a game that's won Game of the Year, because if I recall correctly, Persona 5 was a Game of the Year winner. Let me double check that. Persona 5... gameplay, story, I've watched it already, I own it, it's fine. Perception... Did it win anything? Awards. It was nominated for Game of the Year and won Best Role-Playing Game. But it did not win Game of the Year because it was competing with a little-known game called Breath of the Wild.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. Although, depending on which other company you ask, some people did still call it Game of the Year, depending. And my guess is part of what hurt it is that Persona 5 is a gigantic game, which never helps anybody when you're trying to sell your game as a Game of the Year candidate.
I mean, in fairness, so is Breath of the Wild, but just in a different way.
And the big thing about Breath of the Wild is I'd say that when it comes to narrative and storytelling design, Breath of the Wild is very front-loaded. If you've played the first... Oh, yeah. They're typically, by the last half of Breath of the Wild, you're not going to be... if you're getting that far, you already enjoyed the game.
Right. Whereas, Breath of the Wild, you know the entire story before you leave the Great Plateau.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, you know basically everything that's going to happen. It was not a very good narrative, in my opinion.
And the cutscenes...
Which is why I like Tears of the Kingdom, because Tears of the Kingdom at least had some development as you moved through the game.
Mm-hmm. There was a narrative that moved. Now, did they need to repeat that narrative every single time you did a main plot objective? Probably not. Tears of the Kingdom is not without its flaws.
No, it's definitely not nearly as good of a narrative as it could have been, but like, it was at least a step in the right direction back from what Breath of the Wild did.
Mm-hmm. Oh, whoops. I need to go that way. Oh, wait, is this actually music time, or is it something else?
Wait, Okami? Hold on, what? What? I was looking down, and I looked up, and I looked up, and Okami.
Yeah, Okami.
Hell yeah! Hell
Sequel.
Yeah!
Okay.
We could use more Okami.
Hey, yeah. I mean, I still love how they call it sequel because they have to be like they totally didn't happen. The one on the DS is not the same thing.
Yeah, Okami totally did not happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even
Okami's
Okami
a
fans.
great game that definitely could use a sequel because Okami was fantastic.
And it looks like it's getting a sequel.
Recently played it again.
Now all it needs to do is be on a console that I actually own.
It's on Switch.
Okay, that works. I don't know it was on Switch to be
honest.
honest.
Also on.
How can I be of
It's
service?
also on Steam.
That's fair. That I haven't looked for, but Switch makes perfect sense.
It runs great on Switch too. It's the remaster version.
That doesn't surprise me.
It also frequently goes on sale on Switch for like stupid cheap.
That's not too surprising, I guess, given that it's definitely.
It's definitely an old game that you should always buy on sale.
Ekaduna is closer, it looks like. No, they both. Yeah, fair. Ekaduna it is. last... Oh, finally, the last goat, and then another rabbit. So goats will be done. Yeah, never doing goat again. This is miserable. Doing it once is fine, but the fact that so much of this game is, like, repeat the same quests over and over again definitely grates after a while. But that is also kind of the MMO problem of busy work.
Yeah.
And I've talked with a couple of people on the server that are just like, yeah, I'm logging in to one of my 14 alts to do the end game repeat quests for today. I'll probably be here for 3-4 hours. And he's just retired, and this is all he does, is logs into the MMO to play the daily quests that are the same quests every single day.
I mean, hey, if that's what you're into, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I definitely am not. Like, my goal is to beat every single quest once and then move on.
Yep.
It's just because it's an enormous 17-year-old game that's been having constant expansions for 17 years. I'm not even done with the main story, although again, I also only started I played it some when I was like in high school, stopped in college because I could not afford to keep up with it, and then they just made a crap load of the game free, and I came back a few years ago, and I've been playing ever since, on and off.
Okay.
Sometimes I take a break because some areas are just garbage, and I get tired of them. Alright, Redhorn Rabbit. There we go, tasty treat to the Redhorn Rabbit. Oh.
You're gonna want to unmute
Yep.
either now or
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look! I think the show's about to get better.
Oh, yeah. Time to watch Keeley make a fool
You
of
like
himself
that,
again.
Exactly!
So you know.
I love this show!
More Jeff Keeley!
Yeah, what a moron! Look at him!
Give it! Bring it to us!
Look at him just standing there! What a maroon!
Wow.
Ah, the Muppets. All
I
right,
know,
welcome
right?
back to the Game Awards, everyone. Before we present Game of the Year, I just wanted to come out here and reflect on the moment.
He wants to reflect.
The studios and developers for helping us make it happen. So I just want to say thank you to so many of you here in the person who have believed in me along the way and trust.
I'll probably unmute just for the actual, like, to be fair, even if the Game of the Year isn't my favorite thing, the Game of the Year concert is always a highlight. Just every time. And I would hate to miss that. So I'll take the chance that the music gets hit if it gets hit. Whatever. Won't be the first time, won't be the last. Like the time that I did not understand the theater rhythm. I thought the theater rhythm was safe to play on stream because I said it was safe. What I didn't realize was, technically speaking, only the base game was safe, and some of the DLC.
Hold on.
Yeah.
New original world,
Apparently
unlike
important
anything they've done before.
New thing?
What you're about to see is captured entirely in the game engine. We're happy to share with you tonight's final world premiere at the
Is this
10th
one the
anniversary
chocolatier?
of the Game Awards.
No.
Silk Song? It's probably not Silk Song.
It could. No, it does not look Hollow Knight.
No. I didn't think it was at all. The suffering of generations must be endured to achieve our divine end. Yeah, it's absolutely not Hollow Knight. I didn't expect that. I don't think anyone seriously expected a Silk Song. Because at this point you only do ironically. Which sucks, because I really love Hollow Knight, and I would love to have the sequel, but it's vaporware, and that's sad. Space... Oh, No Man's Sky 2? No.
No way.
Something very anime. Or is that a showing game?
No, it's a showing game.
Interesting details. Someone's shaking their head.
So far I haven't recognized anything.
Yeah. Goats on top of the mountain.
Jordan?
Tell me something good.
Well, you're right, it checks out. He's hiding out around the Superior Moon.
Man, for such an important announcement, it looks like a lot of other things that have been shown off tonight.
I know, right? My guess is the big deal is going to be when they announce that it's either a beloved developer or a beloved series. Oh, is this Mass Effect?
We find a new lead.
I'm going to say this is... I'm betting this is Mass Effect. I could be wrong, but this... That's what I'm thinking at this point, is I'm betting this is Mass Effect.
I could see why you're saying that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It is still going. This is definitely a thing that is still going.
There have already been 2 product placements, one of them being Porsche and the other being Sony.
Yep. Maurtola.
Leave us alone. We will leave you in peace.
And the shoes now, so that's 3.
I think it's a new franchise.
Mm-hmm. So just who's the developer then? From the studio that brought you Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted. Okay, that's why. Last of Us. So it's Naughty Dog making a new franchise. That's why it's the big deal. Naughty Dog actually making something.
Intergalactic.
Okay, so it's Naughty Dog actually making something for the first time in absolutely forever. That's what the big deal is. Okay. That explains the art style too. Now I see it.
Hey! PlayStation's gonna get a new exclusive!
For now. We'll see.
Time.
At this point, it really does feel like a lot of Sony PlayStation exclusives are limited time exclusives because they're doing so many on PC. Not that I care. I'm okay with things being on
It definitely did not... That was definitely not an informative game trailer, though.
No.
It'd be really cool if game trailers actually told you what the game was about and how it's gonna be.
From Trent Reznor and
but that would prevent them. There is also the thing of they want to build it up. I think is the problem. They want it to be like,
that's
ooh,
fine,
big
but
deal.
can you at least give me a little info?
No, that's too much.
As Game of the Year. Please welcome last year's winner from Larian, Sven Vinka.
I was watching someone watch this live for the Game Award, and he got so salty that it wasn't tears. It was funny.
Jiggy?
Oh yeah.
I realize you guys
I proceeded to gift him multiple subs to Baldur's Gate 3 Game of the Year. He was not. He did not approve.
So it turns out.
I mean,
that not
I'm also
only
salty
will I
that it
be
wasn't
the one who will know
tears,
first which game wins tonight. They actually also know which game
I wasn't
will
too
win
surprised.
next year.
I played just enough of it in beta that I'm like, yeah, this is going places.
She said.
Yeah, it was for me. It was like a
It's
disappointed but not
modern
surprised
Oracle,
situation.
So they made me sign an NDA. but I trust all of you. I know you can keep a secret, you will never leak it. The Oracle told me that the Game of the Year 2025 is going to be made by a studio who found the formula to make it up here on stage. It's stupidly simple, but somehow it keeps on getting lost. Studio made their game because they wanted to make a game that they wanted to play themselves. They created it because it hadn't been created before. They didn't make it to increase market share. They didn't make it to serve as a brand. They didn't have to meet arbitrary sales targets or fear being laid off if they didn't meet those targets.
It's true.
Furthermore, the people in charge
so
forbade them from cramming the game with anything.
Well, I guess the Game of the Year nominees this year are pretty much
the game design. They didn't treat their developers like numbers on a spreadsheet. They didn't treat their players as users to exploit.
Yeah, this has been a big talking point for Larian because
they knew were short-sighted and function of a bonus or politics. They knew that if you put the game and the team first, the revenue will follow. They were driven by idealism and wanted players to have fun. And they realized that if the developers didn't have fun, nobody was going to have any fun. They understood the value of respect, that if they treated their developers and players well, those same developers and players would forgive them when things didn't go as planned. But above all, they cared about their game because they loved games. It's really that simple, said the Oracle. Winning Game of the Year turned out to be a life-changing event for us. It was an amazing thing. To those who will win Game of the Year 2024, you have no idea what's waiting.
What did they mean by that? Did they mean when they first won it for Divinity Original Sin 5 years ago?
Now remember,
this is their
should you be
second
told
game
to wrap it up for tonight,
Baldur's Gate 3
you can always come back next year and chat for 3 minutes. Okay? So now
they are
to
a
pay
repeat
tribute
winner.
To the nominees for Game of the Year once again, Lorna Balfe and the TGA Orchestra.
Here's the music. Music, best part.
Man, the whiplash going from like big, very realistic art style
to Balatro.
AAA game to Balatro. I was like, whoa!
Reminds me of Animal Crossing when it was in the Game Awards.
Yeah. Right.
Putting that one last was the right choice. Let's be real, Balatro was never winning Soundtrack of the Year.
So much Astrobot being in here. Like suddenly they have to like work in like the robotic voice into it. Like lovely, perfect.
That is cute.
It was cute, yeah.
I don't think Black Myth has this. Them getting Action Game was kind of a gimme. I don't think they had the
Yeah, my guess is Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely not going to be Balatro. Balatro just feels like they needed another slot and they had to fill it with something reasonable, and so they put Balatro there because Balatro is good, but I have doubts about it being Game of the Year.
Especially because it feels like this year they have to have Token Indie Game every year.
Yeah. I guess, you know, I could see this ironically going to Astrobot.
Entirely possibly,
Just because that genre of, like, 3D action-adventure platformer really has not seen much innovation besides Mario. So I could actually see Astrobot taking the win here.
Yeah. A lot of good choices. There's only a couple that I don't think have it. And then Final Fantasy I know is a lot of people's pick because it's Final Fantasy. I don't think so, not this time. I think it's between Astrobot and Elden Ring. Maybe Metaphor, only because Metaphor surprise took RPG, but it could also be really funny if Metaphor is the best RPG of the year, but then loses to a different RPG for Game of the Year.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's... I'll wait for you to catch up.
Yep, I'll have her in a second.
And the Game of the Year is... Astrobot!
Nice! Good for them.
Yeah, I am actually happy about that.
Even though that also...
full-ass PlayStation 5 to play it? No.
Even though that also means the entire speech about treats their people like employees and doesn't abuse them and stuff was meaningless, because they're the ones I was thinking of, like, if they win, full offense to Sony, but that doesn't describe Sony at all. They are absolutely a line goes up company. Also, funny story.
So part of why I'm happy that Astrobot is winning here is I think it shows that the typical, like, you know, like that AAA look that I keep harping on being annoyed about is not everyone's favorite either, and there are plenty of other good games out there that don't need to look like this hyper-realistic, you know, fantasy world that everything seems to be pushing for. And specifically, I think this is a good win for, like, future Nintendo titles because of the, you know, similarities between genre, at the very least.
The worst part is I still haven't even found all the animals.
Oh my gosh.
2/3 done. I'm still missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, out of 30, wow.
Huge privilege to be potentially the first game to be in the hands of children, and we know what it means very much. So Timas will be ready.
Yeah, I know that was one of the big things they were pushing for as well, that Astrobot is a game for kids, especially, because that is absolutely a demographic that Sony has not really been aiming for.
Completely abandoned. Right, yeah.
And so
And the thing is, if you make a good game that is accessible to kids, guess what? Adults like them too.
A lot of them will grow up and go back and play it.
You can have games that are suitable for kids. Or, I mean, like, look at Splatoon. Splatoon gets written off as, like, a childish shooter game. By large, the largest demographic of Splatoon is, like,
adults.
18 to 30-year-olds.
Easily.
It's very much not... It's a kid-friendly game that's not just for children. So, yeah. This could totally be a win for, like, I don't know, I guess cross-demographic games being made.
I know there was speculation during the Breath of the Wild and Timing Assistance and Odyssey that Odyssey probably would have won Game of the Year if it wasn't released in the same year as Breath of the Wild. I know that apparently...
Odyssey is great, too. Like, in terms of, like...
Between the two, Odyssey was my favorite of the year, but I also didn't play them for years after, so I didn't have a chance to weigh in on the original debate. But between the two, although Breath of the Wild was very innovative and did a lot of things right, there was enough downtime, whereas Odyssey had a lot less time I spent not enjoying it. There were definitely times Breath of the Wild where it's like, I don't want to do this right now.
No, I'm the same way, but I think Breath of the Wild, the point of it was it proved Nintendo can do open world.
Yes.
And honestly, adapting a franchise that already existed to open world format worked for them.
Mm-hmm. It was also really funny when everyone was just assuming that Odyssey would be Mario open world, and it was not.
I don't think Mario will ever be open world. It doesn't need to be.
It kind of was.
Not
with
everything needs to be open world.
I'd say Bowser's Fury is probably the closest we'll get, where it's a smaller game. And it's obviously a bigger world than anything that was in Odyssey, but it's still small enough that it's kind of not really open world. It is, but it's a
I'm genuinely surprised that for the 10th Game Awards they didn't do like a special like 10-year thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
They didn't even do any giveaways this year like they've done the last several years, which has been real interesting.
They did that computers.
Oh, right,
Lenovo computers, they did.
Duh. I completely forgot that there's computers. Probably because I have two and I don't need a third one.
Again, though, I am genuinely happy that Astrobot won here. That's a really good win, I think, for just showing the gaming world the direction that people want it to go.
Yep. It was on the list.
And it's not all the same cookie-cutter AAA games that we're getting.
It's on the list of the 3 games I would be happy for it winning, as opposed to being like, oh, okay, not surprised. Because Erdtree, Black Myth Wukong, and Final Fantasy VII were like, yeah, it's, I mean, not surprised. It's kind of game to choose. And then LotRO was just like, there's no way. It also does mean that they don't have to be like, okay, what was the true better game between the 3 RPGs? Because they'd be like, yeah, winner was Astrobot, none of the RPGs won.
Right, yeah.
So they don't need to be like, is Erdtree better than Metaphor? We don't gotta decide. We don't have to commit. Thank you for watching the Game Awards. See you next time. And now to
hopefully by this time next year we'll have actually presence with Nintendo besides just a, hey, we did release a Zelda game.
I'm sure we'll see
anyway,
something, yeah.
I was hoping for a Metroid Prime 4 trailer. Especially since it was nominated for anticipated game.
Yep. Oh, hey, Catly. Oh, I found out what it is. Catly is an MMO open world game with cats.
The trailer did not.
No.
Did not
open
convey
world,
that
I guess I get
all.
It. But MMO was not. No. But apparently it is an MMO.
The trailer didn't convey anything besides it looks like AI cat game.
Because it probably is. And then, yep, more Elden Ring DLC. Why in the world is the Dispatch main picture a bunch of guys at urinals? Whatever. Okay.
They're trying to be edgy to catch... I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's edgy. That's less edgy and more just, what's the word? Crude, that's the word. Which is a choice. And I'm also like, okay, there was like 1 or 2 other games I'm interested in, and I've already forgotten what their names were. So time to scroll through the entire list of what's here to see, okay, which ones actually interest me. And then go through my wish list and be like, okay, how much longer did this get? Too long.
Again, I was like, Slay the Spire 2. There's the whatever the It Takes Two 2 is. Seems alright.
Yep. Oh yeah, that game.
And was it the one by the... What's the one that was by the devs of Overcooked?
Yeah, that one
I think that was the other
is.
one.
I
was like,
just
okay, yeah.
saw it and I've already forgotten. Stage O Fright. Or no, just Stage Fright.
Yeah, that one.
Yep, that's on my wish list to keep a track of. And Split Fiction is the other one. Yeah, Split Fiction is the Take Two one. Stage Fright is the Overcooked
It's Take
one.
Two Part 2.
Yep. So I'll keep an eye on those. And then I feel like there was one game that interested me that I have completely forgotten. And if that's the case, it's probably fine. Probably not missing much. Also, I love how Steam can't put the Game of the Year on their list of games you can purchase because they can't.
Yeah, because it's Astrobot.
Mm-hmm. And it also looks like...
Again, I'm still happy about it. I'm very happy that it is not a generic... Well, I mean, not that the games that were there were generic AAA games. But,
yeah, I will give them this. None of
something
them are...
that stood out.
Yeah, none of them are bad. It's just that, yeah, they're not as original. Even ignoring the very...
Bellatra, but Bellatra was not going to win, and we all knew it.
If Bellatra won, there would be a bunch of people going, huh? What's Bellatra?
I don't think that. That game is wicked popular, actually.
Oh, yeah. But among the audience of the Game Award, it might... maybe.
I mean, at the very least, the Bellatra devs can put, like, the, nominated for Game of the Year on their, like, Steam page now.
If they haven't already.
Yeah, they probably have. Which is good for them, like, at the very least.
They can join a prestigious list of indie games nominated for Game of the Year, including Divinity Original Sin 2 and... what's it called? Yeah, that's the real thing, is depending on how you define indie game, arguably the Divinity was the original, and then it won. So Larian was arguably the trendsetter for indie game winners.
Didn't Hades win in the year it was nominated?
Good question. Let me find out.
I think it did, if I remember.
Okay. Hades game. Did Hades... Because I feel like Hades didn't win, because I want to say it was competing with God of War.
Oh, that might be the case, yes.
Yeah, reception, awards... No, never mind. It won Game of the Year. Oh, no, never mind. That's what it was. It was Hades that won Game of the Year. It was Celeste that lost to God of War. Hades did win 2020.
Wouldn't deserve it, in my opinion, anyway.
Yep.
Celeste is a great game. It is not Game of the Year material.
Yeah, it's a different kind of game.
Yeah. Hades, however, is 100% Game of the Year material, and I'm really glad that Supergiant got even more time in the spotlight. With
wait, did it win? Hang on a second. I'm seeing two different things.
I think it was 2020.
Well, no, that's the weird thing is... Reception awards. Oh, that's why. The New York Game Awards, it won Game of the Year.
Oh, never mind.
At the 2020 Game of the Year Awards, it was nominated for Game of the Year, but it only won Best Indie and Best Action. Game of the Year went to Last of Us Part 2, right? It was that Game Awards. The one where Last of Us Part 2 won 14 fucking awards. No, sorry, 11. Still too many. It was the one that was, the show was the most expensive to date, received mixed reception with praise at the new game announcement, criticism for devs not having time to speak. Some critics and viewers shared concerns over the success of Last of Us Part 2 due to the developers' crunch practices. Along with also, holy crap, it won 11 awards. Did it really deserve 11 awards?
Also, I love that we were talking about how it's ridiculous that it's remastered. I didn't realize it was that recent of a game.
Yes, 4 years ago. It's a remastering of a PS4 game. And it was even more recent because I'm pretty sure the remaster was actually a 2023 game that's just getting a PC port now. If I'm correct.
It didn't need to be remastered in the first place, though.
Not now, no. Last of Us Part 2 was 2020. It began development in 2014, but took 6 years to finish. Partially because of COVID, but even before that. Massive review bombing because of the story, for stupid reasons. Received a shit ton of Game of the Year awards because critics love edgy games. And then January 2024 was its PS5 release. Remastered, universal acclaim from critics because it's real pretty. And then no return was considered the standout feature because that was the roguelike mode. Although many people also thought the roguelike mode was a problem because the whole narrative is about how violence is a problem, and the roguelike mode is a roguelike mode with a murder system. Because it's a combat system, and everyone's like, but isn't this a game about not murder? And the game's like, no murder. Which I think is one of the biggest problems Last of Us has in general, is the disconnect between the narrative and the gameplay.
Right, yeah.
A problem I've expressed occasionally, but I'm also a goddamn nerd, so... Okay, I need to go to...
Alright, anyway, I am tired.
That's fair.
Alright, well, it was fun watching the Game Awards.
You as well. Thank you for joining.
Even though they were...
I joined you, I guess.
Definitely a... Yeah, I guess you joined me. They were kind of a doozy this year compared to other years, but that's fine.
Yep.
It win every year.
Always a trip.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, see ya.
See ya. Let's see, can I do this? Yeah, disconnect. Can I do this? No. I could do that, though. Meow. Hi, kitty. Just saw this. It's not Standguard because, yeah, for some reason, you know, it's Snowborn. That's right, Snowborn is that because for some weird reason, Snowborn is the one in East Rohan, and then Forlaw is the one in the Winter region. I don't get it. Am I anywhere near the stable? Yes, good. I need to go to...
With the Rohirrim.
Where the heck do I need to go? I forget. At the east wall, I need to get to Parthgalen. Can I get to Parthgalen? Yes, good. Thank you. And I need to go north, but I also need to feed the kitty. Okay, I do this. There.
I went back to as Fireball.
Indeed, you are a lore master or you're a runekeeper?
I went Runekeeper.
Makes sense, yeah. I believe their fire is considered more viable, whereas the lore master likes lightning.
They both like lightning.
They both can do lightning or fire, With Runekeeper, the idea is you choose where you want to specialize. A damage over time fire caster, a instant damage lightning caster, or obviously a healer. And I think
I'm gonna eventually go healer once they.
Well, here's the fun thing: if you look,
get a group.
If you click the bottom of your traits button, you can have 2 setups available.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Yep, so you could probably have one for fire to play the game normally with, and one for healing for like working with other people. Have you finished the tutorial area yet, or no? I'm guessing you did the opening instance at least.
I am currently in Silver Deep Mine.
Okay, so yeah, you're in the tutorial and you're done with the starter thingy. Hi, kitty.
The starter zone, yeah.
Yeah, because there's the opening instance. Instance is just when it's a private encounter that's separate from the rest of the game. And then now you're in a technically separate overworld. Alright, I need to go back to Snowborn, but I also need to feed the damn cat, so I will actually be right back now that I'm in the voice chat.
Cat go meow.
Feed me. Meow. Meow.
Cat is just over here like, feed me. I have 8.
Back.
I officially now have a cape.
Yay! I arrived just in time for my cooldown on my teleport to activate, so we're good. Yeah, I have spent a little money on this game, and most of the money I've spent has been for decreasing the cooldown on fast travel skills and increasing the speed of my horses.
He did mention.
Yep. And I will say, if you do enjoy this game enough, I recommend not subbing permanently, but 1 month of sub will unlock all fast travel stables around the entire world permanently. Whereas by default, you only have the starter area ones, and you're going to want all of those. Fast travel makes this game pace way better.
Fast travel makes most games pace way better.
And the other thing I did is the default milestone cooldown is an hour, but I bought some stuff in the shop to reduce it down to 5 minutes, and all my travel skills to 5 minutes, and it makes getting around just way better. Just in general. Speaking of which, where the heck is this stupid frog? Entwash Vale. It's not in Wildermore, is it? What's the map say? I'm helping a wizard find animals for his house. Oh, he's in Western Gondor, that's where he is.
Yeah, right now I don't get to use my attunement very much.
Yep.
That's just the nature of, you know,
early game enemies.
Early game needing to be early game.
Yeah. I need to head to Stoke.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Yep, that it do be. When I was younger and had no money, what I did instead was I grinded in-game currency. I basically just made a bunch of... I had 3 character slots at the time, so I made 3 characters on every single server, and then I just did the tutorial section and a few of the early game areas, and just got about 100 coins worth of in-game currency every single run. I got to the point where I could do it in less than 3 hours, and then I'm like, wait a minute. This is taking me 3 hours to get about $5 of in-game currency. That's not good value.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Need to get to Radagast, which I might have Stoke. What's the next one to There's Kingstead. Oh, are you kidding me? Middlemead. You don't have.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Fine, I'll go to Middlemead. Yeah, did you ever watch the Hobbit movies?
I watched the cartoon Hobbit.
Okay. So you would not have seen the Radagast the Brown, the wizard with the rabbits.
Probably not. It's been...
Well, he wasn't in the cartoon.
I was in middle school.
He wasn't in the cartoon, he was in the movie.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Was he in the book?
He was in the book, yes. He was, but not in the Hobbit, he was in Lord of the Rings book. They cut him out of the Lord of the Rings movie, and instead put him in the Hobbit movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about him anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. He asked me to do some shit where he has a garden in the middle of the woods, and he wants some animals, so he sent me to find him some animals for his garden.
Why don't you find me animals for my garden?
You're a runekeeper. If you wanted animals, you would be a lore master. They get all the animals. Although, part of the reason I'm doing this is to get me animals, because I can unlock the Whistle of the Lonelands, which I can whistle and have a bunch of animals. Basically, my guess is by the time you finish the tutorial, I'll finish with this portion of the quest line, and then I can go find you and harass you a bit before I go to bed. But I definitely can't stay up too late tonight because I need to be up at 6:30 tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll probably finish the tutorial and then call it.
Yep. For
today at least.
Yeah, that makes sense. I play this game basically every day, so if you want to play together...
If I had initially installed it on my normal drive, I would have been playing hours ago.
Oh, yeah. It makes sense. But unfortunately, didn't think of it till later, like, oh, wait a minute, it might be slow to download. Ooh,
no, I didn't think about it until it was like, oh, it's already been 5 hours.
Yeah, it makes sense, unfortunately. Yeah, the main gimmick of this quest line is I need to return to areas all over the world, because the pets aren't just in the area the wizard's in, they are literally all over the entirety of the world of Lord of the Rings as it existed at the time this quest was made. So you need to go into northern Mirkwood and to the various parts of Gondor, Dunland, and Edidwaith. In case you're wondering, if you play through the entire game, these names will mean something more to you. Because they're all game locations.
Yeah, right now, most of it means nothing.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely reasonable that it would mean nothing. Why is it pointing... Oh, that's why it's pointing that way, because I have 2 that are completed. I've befriended all the birds and all the badgers. All that's left are 2 turtles and a chicken. Is that right? I think I'm missing one. No, I've done all the birds, all the goats, all... Oh, that's the... Chicken, turtle,
at the...
rabbit.
It says at max rank.
Mm-hmm.
One of my feats it makes one of my abilities target 3 people.
Yep. Oh yeah, because fire also has some area of effect, which is what I'm like. We would actually, as a pair, complement each other really well. I'm not tanky per se, but I'm more tanky than you are as a heavy armor character. You are what we call a squishy.
I am the glass cannon.
Yep. Although also with how high level I am, I way outrank you anyway. I have 40,000 hit points.
I have 100. I have just under 200.
Yeah.
Level 4.
At your level, I had about 500, I want to say. So even when I was at your level, I was tankier than you. Not because I'm actually a tank class. I am the least tanky of the heavy armor classes. Because the 3 heavy armor classes are me, the DPS character, the literal tank, and then the support buff tank. Since the Guardian is literally a tank, and the Captain is a tank who's also one of the best healers in the game.
Man, they got this mannequin keep posting on me.
Yeah, they'll do that. Am I in the wrong way?
You can literally just walk up and buy them the outfit.
Yeah. I need to remember not to warp to Dol Amroth because it is a pain in the ass to find my way out of Dol Amroth. This place is just a maze. I love it. It's beautiful, but holy crap, it's a maze.
So what you're saying is, it's amazing.
No. Saw it coming a mile away. No. Fuck you. Hey, good. I can finally use my Warsteed's speed up ability. I am how far from the thing I need to be? 3,000. Jesus Christ. Where is it anyway? It's up by Calimbal? Oh. It's by Calimbal. Good God. Alright, heading back into Dol Amroth because it'll be faster to fast travel literally to Calimbal. Wish I'd realized that. Oh, literally, it says Calimbal Cottontail. That makes sense. That makes sense. But I'll take the other entrance. Basically, I'm currently over by the premium housing, which I will never have because I am not spending $120 in real money to buy an in-game house. I spend money to save time. I do not spend money to buy a digital house. I did the math, and all the fast travel skills I bought have probably saved me like 50 or so hours of just waiting in game or traveling slowly, which is nice. Oh.
Ah, gotcha. This one.
What level are you right now?
4.
Okay, so you're probably a little over halfway done with the quest. Because on average, you finish it around level 6 to level 7, depending on if you do literally everything or not. Have you heard any of the news from the Game Awards?
I've heard one thing.
Which one?
It was right at the beginning. Play this Part 2.
Oh yeah, yep. We got a new trailer for that, or I guess the first trailer, because before all we got was "It Exists."
Yeah, my friend told me, and I was like thinking to myself, "Didn't we already know about this?"
Yeah, it was announced before, but now we had an actual trailer. And to me, the most exciting thing is there is a Necromancer class, and I want to play it. Other games of note for me, there were a couple of cooperative games that looked interesting. There's a new Ninja Gaiden roguelike. There's a new Pac-Man Metroidvania. Yes. a dark, edgy Pac-Man Metroidvania, where I believe Pac-Man is chasing you. If I saw the trailer correctly, it's a thing.
Weird.
Mm-hmm. Weird but hilarious. Okay, where's this goddamn rabbit?
Is there a horse sign over here? Why is there a horse?
What do you mean a horse?
Wherever evil?
Oh, yeah, are you... interesting, you might not be in the tutorial app proper anymore, I'm not sure. Have you gone into the tomb yet?
No.
Okay, then you're not done with the tutorial, okay.
I'm not seeing him anywhere.
Yeah, you can't use that right now until you are done with the tomb quest, which is the tomb is the ending of the tutorial, for the record. But yeah, that is for the mission system. The mission system is where you can repeat certain daily tasks over and over again for credits to get unlocked cosmetics and shit. Alright, now at Eastern Gondor. Almost done with what I've been working on all night.
I'm killing bears right now.
Bear? The sickly bears?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bears are one of the many enemies you will fight many, many times throughout the game. I'm still fighting bears, and I'm level 121. Bears are just constant throughout the game.
And I can barely believe it.
Why are we friends? I should intrude.
I found no, you can ask Aragorn.
I found a streamer the other day who you would love, Rune Bear. They're a VTuber, but they're literally just a bear, and their two gimmicks are bear and dad jokes. I think you'd get along.
It sounds pretty unbearable.
They made that one already. Sorry. Get new material, please.
I'd have to go skinning for new material.
Mm-hmm. God damn it. Stop lagging. I need to get to the final hen. And then I just need 2 more turtles. Which are both in the wastes, I believe. No, not both in the wastes. One's in the waste, and one, that's right, one's in Farinorian. But once I complete this, I will officially have completed all of those quests, and will be done with all of the deeds in Vale of Anduin. Other than the one that I'm still working on. Although after how long this took, I'm not sure I want to bother, because it would require doing all this again. Return to the Warstead.
You're just not going to bother with it yet.
I might return and do it later. It depends on how much I want. All it does is gets me more pets and clears up my inventory by removing something that is in my inventory that I will need to hold on to. But I have a lot of inventory, so it's not the worst if I do that. Okay. Holy crap.
Oi!
To the Beacon Hills, I need to go into the Mouthwash of Entwash. Or Mouths of Entwash. I need to get the stable to Ostream on. That's not really going to help. It's just... yeah. It feels like every single one of the animal quests has at least one animal that is stupid far away from a fast traveler stable. That's very sad. Even though I have the fastest possible war steed. The problem is the game's engine simply can't keep up with the fastest possible war steed. So sometimes I find that I'm back where I was previously, because the animations left me behind, to put it nicely. And like I said, they're working on the 64-bit client, but no guarantees it'll finish.
It's already out.
Well, yes, but it's not officially available on every server. It's only
it's available on this.
What?
I think I just went on the launcher and it said I could do the 64-bit.
Interesting, because I haven't seen that yet. I wonder if that's why it took so long to download.
No, it was taking so long to download because it was going into an external drive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta open the door.
Okay.
I would just want to walk through the door. What do I have to roll to, like, just walk through the door?
Roll? You need to roll... Yeah, that's an agility check, DC check of 2. Yep, which servers are 64-bit? Yeah, at the moment, it looks like the client is 64-bit, but the servers are only 32, other than the new ones, Angmar and Mordor, which are subscriber
that
only.
Makes sense.
And they're basically the WoW Classic servers. They only have the original game, and then the first expansion literally is what came out. If you saw in the launcher that it said Moria came to Angmar and Mordor, that's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Moria is now an expansion. And they're going to add more gradually.
Yeah, this early game, like, instant damage is really good because you just don't take damage.
Oh, yeah. Basically what it comes down to is the original game was a lot harder, especially for support classes, and then they made some changes to the combat system, especially around Rohan, which buffed everybody. The Rohan enemies are balanced around it, but to avoid messing with things too badly, they never really rebalanced the earlier content. So, I'll put it this way. I was soloing 6-man instances on around level 30 or 35. Because I could hold most of the enemies off with enough, as long as I had the best available equipment and food. And I was easily soloing 3-man instances up until around level 75. These days, I try a 3-man instance on level and I get screwed over in the first few minutes. They have definitely rebalanced the later content to be harder. But combat will probably not be difficult unless you do something that I do recommend. An accessory called the Stone of the Tortoise, which freezes your experience gains. It's helpful for not accidentally out-leveling an area, because if you do everything, you will out-level every area. Alright, Camp of the...
I think I'm already out-leveled here. Like, I think I out-leveled it already.
What level are you?
5.
The level for that is designed to be done at level 5 or 6. You're fine. All the enemies for now are level 5, but once you go into the to the tomb, I think everything's level 6 in there, including the big boss.
That makes sense.
But it'll still be really
wait, yeah,
easy.
no, I'm at level. Unless you like just grind everything before you leave, I would not out-level a lot of stuff here.
That makes sense.
I have seen people like literally just grind out the tutorial area in some games. I'm like, nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I would not recommend that in this game. It's more fun if you don't do that, in my opinion. Which is why I currently have the Stone of the Tortoise equipped. Because I froze my level at 121 multiple areas ago. One more turtle. I have one turtle left and I've collected all the goddamn turtles. And then it's just time to return to where I was.
Oh, hello!
What's up?
Yeah, this guy just ran right at me.
Oh yeah, that'll happen. You'll find that there's...
I didn't see him. He was literally right around the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, quick note, there are 3 kinds of enemies. There are aggressive enemies who attack you on sight. There are sort of aggressive enemies who will say they're warning you that they'll attack you, and if you stay too close to them, then they'll attack you. And then finally, there are passive enemies who will only fight you if you fight them first.
Yep.
The first two categories will appear on your minimap. The third will not, which is annoying for specific quests that want you to, say, collect deer meat, and you can't. Or you can, but it won't show up on your map. Alright, I'm almost into Mordor again.
You know, kind of weird. You got a lot. You either have a lot of doors or no doors.
Yep, that is very common, yeah. Alright, all of that stuff.
I mean, you go to Mordor, there's so many doors.
Oh, that's what you're... God damn it, I didn't even realize what you were doing at first. Damn you. Thinking you're funny. Alright. Are you in the tomb yet or no?
No, I think I'm about to, maybe?
Yep. Which means you are...
Soon?
Yeah, my guess is you're probably about 10 minutes away from finishing the tutorial. 10 to 15. Not far. Alright, in that case, I'm going to go do a quick bit of fishing and hope I can fish up a hammer. Because if I can fish up a hammer, that would be great right now.
Yeah, so apparently my, when I heal myself, it also, gives me some morale.
Morale is your health.
Oh.
Yeah, health is called morale. And mana is called power.
Did you just say a dwarf rock by?
There are dwarves in the area you're in, yes. And,
no, I mean, I mean, it's the basic tutorial. I'm assuming I literally just saw a player dwarf just walk right by.
Oh, yeah. The area you're in is a shared area. It's not unique to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I cannot catch
as
them
most
unless I have the
tutorials
active
are.
quest. Okay, that's good to know.
I mean, most games, like, even Rift only has 2 tutorials.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yeah, the short tutorial is essentially to, A, teach you about instances, but also to teach you about the combat. And then the longer tutorial teaches you about the remaining game mechanics.
Yeah, and, in Rift, you learn everything you really can in the first tutorial.
Yep.
Because there's 2 different tutorials, one for each,
You have done much to aid my
each
efforts.
faction.
There is much to do in the Vales, my friend. You have done much to aid my efforts. There is much to do in the Vales, my friend.
Okay.
You have done much to aid my efforts.
And then... chickens.
I am glad
done.
your travels were successful.
Birds.
I am
done.
glad your travels were
Badgers.
successful.
Done.
I am
Goats.
glad your travels
done.
were successful.
Turtles.
I am
done.
glad your travels
Frogs.
were successful.
No, rabbits.
I am
done.
glad your travels were successful.
Everything done.
I am glad your travels were successful.
He is glad my travels were successful. And I have achieved Caretaker of Roscoe and some other stuff. And I've completed most of the deeds of the Vales of Anduin. I haven't done Treasure Seeker. That's what I'm missing. Screw Treasure Seeker. And then I need to find 30 or 25 more beasts, which is just... But I can talk to you, and I can definitely get a Whistle of the Lowlands. And then the question is, do I want a brown pig, a gold sheep, a night squirrel, a black rabbit, a tan fox, or a golden bat?
Where's...
Yeah, let's see. Out of all
Beeline Horse?
What do I not have yet? I have a bat already and a flying fox. I have a pig. What? You
I
have
got
to...
a horse.
I have so many foxes. I have a brown rabbit. I have... Wow, that's a lot of squirrels, actually. I didn't realize I had so many squirrels. And light gray and night squirrel are basically the same thing, so... And then, do I have any sheep yet? I do have a tan sheep, but not a gold sheep, which isn't really that gold. So, out of what I have, I think I'll go for the brown pig because it's cute. And then I'll... I don't know. Maybe go for the... black rabbit next, yeah. And then save up for the friend frame. Or just go for the frame, maybe, we'll see.
Oh, I'm in some kind of dream now.
New piggy friend! Arnold, the brown pig. I'll give him a better name later. And let's try the Whistle of the Lonelands, which summons a raven, a fox, a squirrel, a frog, and a rabbit. Hell yes, I love it. That's going on the hotbar. Guaranteed. Not even a question. That's going on the hotbar. The only question is where? What am I ditching for it? Yeah, probably. I don't go there that often.
Oh, Baronor's over here bonking me again.
Damn. Alright, are you in the tomb yet?
I went into a dream.
Oh, right, that sequence. I forgot. That was not originally in the game. That was added way later to show off their fancy new cutscene system. And how much content you can expect to see in the rest of the game. Fortunately, it's optional. I did it once and never again. It's a little much. I don't even know if I did it on this character at all. Oh, one more thing I will note, because you are a rune keeper, you are also among the slowest classes. Because the magic classes, weirdly, don't really have any way to speed up their movement, like the physical classes tend to. All of the physical classes have something to do for either a temporary or permanent speed buff. I don't think any of the magic classes do. Which is a weird distinction. You'd think magic would let you run faster, but I guess no, you're just mages.
Let me just huff some copium.
To be fair, though, you also move way faster, or like you can attack from way longer range than I can, so it kind of works out. And then there's the Hunter. My Hunter is both fast and can attack at range, so it's great. I like Hunter. Hunter is my second favorite class other than...
Dang, it's just like a 5-minute... I think
Yes.
it's a 5-minute cutscenes or something?
It is a stupid long cutscene. Like I said, I watched it once and said, okay, I'm good, never again. It is long. Kind of unnecessarily so. IMO.
I don't know, I think my game froze.
Did it? It could have, unfortunately.
Oh, I can just end cinematic.
Oh, okay.
The cinematic froze.
Yeah, they'll do that, unfortunately. The cutscene engine is arguably the worst engine. It doesn't help that it's using in-game assets.
Oh, and it still wants me to use it.
God damn. Yeah, the cutscenes exist.
And you can't even skip them.
No. I mean, you can, I think, with the escape key.
Yeah, you can end the cinematic.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Not great, unfortunately. Okay, I'd like a
But even then, Oh my. Okay, so Baron.
Yep.
You can literally just pick up the quest once.
Mm-hmm.
And just be like, okay, filter this quest for all characters.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same quest for every single character, too.
It literally doesn't give you anything.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't. That's why I said I'd never do it again. Not worth it. It only exists to give you some story that you would have learned by just playing the rest of the game. I think it's literally designed to be a preview to be like, there's more, we promise. To be fair, it's still more exciting than the fishing that I'm doing right now, because fishing is the second worst part of the game. The worst being Forlong the Fat's main side quest. Lol. The most heartbreaking part of Forlong the Fat's side quest was completing it, spending an hour and a half fetching items for him just to hear his story rambling, finally completing the quest, and getting a deed that said, "Congratulations, you did part 1 of 3." And you suddenly realize it's only a third over. I posted in the world chat, God, why is this part 1 of 3? And everyone's like, lol. Because everyone knows them. Because all it is a quest about listening to a bunch of old men.
Alright, I'm in the tomb now.
Yay. In which case, I'm going to finish this last fish, and then I'm going to go to a different tomb and finish that quickly so I can grind for the piece of armor I want. And I should finish that around the same time you finish your thing, so that'll be perfect. If I don't get a hammer, I don't get a hammer. I got an axe, that's pretty good.
Oh, he's over here axing people question.
I got another dirty skull. Not even a good thing. Oh, whoops. Did not mean to actually fish. You are too busy to change weapons. I hope I don't get into a fight when I finish teleporting. That would suck. Yeah, for some reason, I have had the hardest time trying to get a hammer for this quest. I don't know why. Everything else came way easier. But it's a turn in 4 items quest, and I can't turn in the 4th item, and it sucks.
Stay a moment. Mind my words, traveler. Might you spare a moment of your time? Might you spare a moment
Yeah,
of
how
your
many
time?
do I have of these? I have...
Will you lend me your ear? Is there aught which you need?
I have only 18. Right. And it wasn't the armor, it's the pants. I want a new pair of pants is what it is. I think. Is it pants? I don't think it's this one. It might be the other one. I might mess the two up. I think I messed the two up.
Will you help us? There is always more to be done.
That's what it is. It's the pauldron. So no, I don't even need to talk to you. Never mind. Sorry, lady. I'm gonna go cancel all your requests. It's pauldrons I want.
We do not fear the darkness, and we never will. We hear tell of great deeds from far away, but danger is always near. We do not fear the darkness, and we never will. We do not fear the darkness, and we never will. You will help us face our foes, yes? You will help us face our foes, yes?
Cool. Right, now I remember it is this one. Finally find something awesome. For a champion whose whole thing is stabbing people. I haven't stabbed a lot of people today. It's nice to get back to stabbing. I call it stabbing. I'm slashing. I'm absolutely slashing. I'm not stabbing. That's
Man, I'm an elf and I'm barely taller than some people.
Mm-hmm. You made yourself a short elf?
No.
Or you just are a short elf, that's fair.
I don't think I chose my height.
Interesting. I don't remember how that
Might
works.
have just missed it in character creation.
Possible. And you can change some attributes later. I forget exactly what ones, but I know it includes most everything about your face can be modified in a barber later. Despite some fan requests, though, you cannot change your sex at the barber. That was never added as a feature. Alright, all the shit. Everybody dies. Oh right, you're an elf, so you'll be at Kalandim, not at Thorn's Hall. I don't have a fast travel to Kalandim, but I do have a fast travel to places near enough that I can just probably just head to Bree Gate. That's the gateway to everything is Bree Town.
Why am I lagging?
Welcome to this game. It just does that. The server lag, if you ask on the world chat, they'll let you know that it's a feature, not a bug. Which is what we call cope. It's... yeah. It's not great, unfortunately. Especially if you're entering or leaving an instance. Or if you're my character, who's just got so many quests under his belt that the game has trouble remembering the progress of my existence. Because I've done so much.
I now have Vicious Mockery as an ability.
Nice. That's a fun one. You're no minstrel. The minstrel's entirely about that. But you're pretty close.
think my other character is a minstrel.
That's fair. I think that's what I recommended to you originally. Because, fun fact, when you played this game last, Runekeeper would not have been an option for you. Because back when you played this previously, they still hadn't given everybody the Moria expansion that everyone has for free now. And so, you wouldn't have had the Runekeeper, which comes with the Moria expansion. Because there's no way you paid $30 back then for this game. Whereas now...
No, I wouldn't have had it. No, that was 4 years ago. I didn't even have a job.
Exactly so. Alright. Have you finished the Chimu quest yet?
I think I'm almost there.
Okay, that's good, because I'm about to finish. All I need to do is beat the Spirit of Gloom, and then I'm out of here. Well, the Spirit of Gloom and the other Glooms that are in the way. But I completed all the other side quests in the way. And I should just have to do this quest chain one more time, and then I can get the new pauldrons and be done. Only to probably get better ones in the next area. It's fine. Spirit of Gloom. Went invisible. Bastard. Haha, did damage over time. You're dead. Alright, and leave instance. Crap.
Man, these dwarves are slow.
Yep, anytime somebody has to follow you, they are the worst. Ask the chat about Sarah Oakart, and the answer is going to be a lot of laughing because there is a very infamous, very early tutorial quest where you need to go with Sarah Oakart, and she needs to follow you, and I kid you not, it takes her 4 minutes to walk a place that takes you 15 seconds. It's a meme. Not my favorite meme. My favorite meme is probably Isengard Bids 5, but Sarah Oakart is definitely up there.
Got mail.
What?
It said I got mail.
Yep, because you're now officially a character who gets mail.
Oh, look. Ooh, horseman. And my bags are full.
Yeah, that'll happen a lot. Get used to it. Honestly, as you play through the game naturally, you will pick up in-game currency. Inventory space is absolutely the best thing to buy first. Inventory space and fast travel are the two things I'd recommend.
Difficulty? What?
You can ignore that. That's for players who think the game is too easy. Remember how I said the game is really easy with the new combat system? You can fix that with that option. All it essentially does is make the enemy... You do less damage and other things do more damage. It makes the game harder for you personally.
Yeah, I think this is about where
You left off last time?
No. I was level... The other character was level 11. I wasn't too far up. Travel to this objective now. All it costs is 1 mithril coin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that, yeah. And those are a even more premium currency. There are, what's it called? There are 2 premium currencies in the game. One of them is LotRO points, and one of them is mithril coins. You earn LotRO points just by playing the game. Mithril points cost LotRO points, and that's the only way to get them. Or real life currency.
There's always more to be done. We hear tell of great deeds from far away, but danger is always near.
Also, I sent you something in the mail.
Send me something in the mail?
Yep. It's funny, trust me.
We do not fear the darkness, and we never will.
Where is this quest bringing? Oh.
Yep, I cut off somebody's ear and sent it to you in the mail.
No, I just realized it was trying to bring me somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
And I'm like, okay.
You're in the elven city of Kellendum, right? Or Killandum? If you look at the top right of your thing, under the mini-map, it should say the name of the area you're in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Greetings.
I don't know why this one's tracking the other quest.
You can. It'll do whatever one's closest. If you right-click on the ring by the quest, you can say what's it called? It's set as quest guide focus, and it'll track that quest instead. And depending on your goals, one of the ones that probably is one of the most useful to do early on is to go to the crafting area and pick up a craft, because depending on what you want to do, crafting can be helpful.
I literally just came across the craft.
You're in the crafting area right now?
Ah.
Makes sense. Yeah, the crafting tutorial I would recommend. If you intend to do any crafting in-game, I recommend that. It depends what you want to do. If you want to make a lot of... What? You don't have to do it now. I'm just saying, make that one of the first thing you do if you want to do crafting.
There's a lot of craft here, actually. They have a lot.
Yep, and you can choose up to 3, and you have a few options.
Okay, that's pretty good, actually.
Arguably, if you want to just use it to make money and you don't care about what the end product is, probably the best thing to grab is something like Prospector, Woodcutter, and Scholar. Because if you combine those 3, you can make a lot of money selling materials in the auction house to people that need them to make stuff. And you just collect those everywhere in the map.
That makes sense.
Where are you right now?
I'm at the crafters. And look at this nerd. What is this ability? Oh, it's a return home ability.
Yep, that returns you to your milestone that you currently have set. Which you want to set to the nearest milestone whenever you're going someplace.
I don't remember where my other character was, but I remember, like, all of us met up there.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm probably gonna call it here, though. It's been almost 7.
Yeah, that's fair. It's been a long one for you.
Yeah. That's long. I'm tired.
I don't blame you.
Most of that was just FTL. I did get to the end once. I didn't win, though.
Mm-hmm.
But even getting to the end in FTL is a feat.
Yep. I'm pretty sure probably close to half my runs that don't end at the beginning have ended at the final boss, because that's just what happens in that game.
I usually either end like I had 2 today that ended right at the beginning because the game was just like, hey, so we just put these like really powerful weapons on these starter things.
I has friends now.
See, I might. See, I'll probably stream on my next day off, which I think is Monday.
Do you like my friends?
You have a raven, a pig, a fox, a rabbit, a crow,
mm-hmm.
and this squirrel.
And a tree root. Don't forget the tree root. That's very important.
That's a friend too?
Yeah, that's also my friend. Yep.
Man, I thought I was the only one that was the speaker of trees.
Nope. Wild Root Whistle is basically the only reason to do Trestle Bridge other than the Trestle Bridge Warp, but it's also a very good reason because Wild Root Whistle is a phenomenal ability. It's so fun. But yeah, oh, I can also, one more thing I'm going to show is I can do this. Yep, I can be an old British person.
You know who would have loved that?
Aragorn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You know, he bought one in real life. Like,
yep.
You know, he actually bought one.
Yeah, he told me.
Yep. I've never seen him use it.
That's fair.
I keep finding coffee beans everywhere.
That's nothing to do with me. I didn't do nothing.
No, I was grinding coffee beans in my room a couple weeks ago. I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do.
That's fair.
For craft or anything.
Yep. If you want to talk about it some other time, feel free. And I can explain the benefits of all of them. Now, not now, but definitely later. Given your class, I'm trying to remember which ones work best with Lore Master. I'll look it up and get back to you.
I'm not Lore Master.
No, sorry, Runekeeper, I mean. I will say, I'm a jeweler, so that's my thing is, there's a specific piece of equipment that you use that I can craft for you, so that's a benefit. I can craft your weapons, basically, the runestones.
Oh.
So, let's see, you're currently level 5 or 6?
I'm level 6.
So, unfortunately, the first one I can craft is copper, and that is level 7 requirement, but I could make you better runestones.
That's nice, actually.
Unfortunately, the early level ones are balanced around lightning damage. It's not until later that they start giving you options for fire damage as well, I believe. Oh, no, never mind. Esthelians just always do lightning. Never mind, what am I talking about? They always do lightning damage. But as a jeweler, that is one of my big things I can do, is I can make you fancier weapons.
Yeah, the runes just always do lightning.
Yep. At least for a while. Eventually, you're going to get your legendary weapon, and at that point, there's no reason for me to make you another weapon, because that'll just be your weapon for the rest of the game.
Dang. It really just sent me a withered ear.
I did. I told you, a withered ear.
That's the other one up, too.
Yep. I just was like, what crap do I have in my inventory that Chimu needs? And withered ear came up, and I'm like, beautiful. Normally, I just sell it for vendor loot, but I'm like, nope, Chimu needs a withered ear.
Do I?
Well, you did. You could just sell it. You're going to probably be over a few hundred hours before you reach a level where you actually can turn it in for a quest, so don't even worry about it.
Right. I mean, there's nothing I can even do it.
Now. Alright.
Yeah, but I'm going to call it there.
Same. I am an hour late going to bed, which is pretty normal, honestly.
Yeah, I'll probably be back on Monday for streams. I don't know if I'll play this, but it is honestly a likelihood.
Yeah. It's fun, and with friends, it's more fun, I think. And what I can do, I have a couple of other characters I've created. What I might even do is go pull up my Brawler, who's level 1 right now, and just finish the tutorial quest with him. And then if we want, we can actually adventure together as characters, rather than just my overpowered one crushing everything.
Yeah, that's what Aragorn planned on doing initially with what we would do. You know, how, like, this was way, way before we met.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Because that's why you're on the server, because I remember that's why I joined this one, was because that was the one you guys were going to do. But yep, I'm just debating, do I want to be the Brawler because the Brawler is a frontline melee character, or do I just pull out one of my many hunters because I have several of them?
You know, the first time we ever really played, at least a game made by the company was 2016.
Yep.
At 2017, not 16, but 17.
Yeah.
Aragorn and I, it was just Aragorn and I at the time.
Yeah, that's way
D&D
before I knew you.
Yeah, we played D&D on.
Makes sense.
And then we realized, wait, it's not very interactive, actually. Yeah, but I'm gonna call it.
Sounds
I will
good.
see everybody in the next stream.
Okay. I will see you around as well.
Okay, Discord is muted.
Yep. Hoodoo Raid. Anything that's even remotely like the game I'm playing right now? I don't think so. So, probably just do... I don't think I've done... I have done them. I've done everyone recently, to be fair. I haven't done him in a while, so I'm gonna go do Jiggy, who's playing LotRO after we were talking about that. Because lol. Thank you everybody for joining. It is always a pleasure. I'll see you another time. Later.